there, Rebecca Bockert here with ColorWorks 5x7 for today. And today's topic is going to be the blue child. So our 5x7 is going to be 5 tips in 7 minutes or less, and mine's going to be over the blue child. And I'm going to be touching on the topic of how blues need a little bit deeper connection and a little bit more in the moment. As a parent, you have to stay in the moment and stay genuine with them. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to jump in with a little story. So I've been teaching preschool over 20 years, and I have watched countless parents shake a blue child off of their leg, sometimes scrape them off like their hands are spatulas, because the blues are clingers. And I'm going to get into, when we get to our tips, why they're clinging, what's going on, and how important it is to be genuine with your connection with them. That is their first word, is connections. They need to know you're genuine. They can sense when you are rushed and frazzled like no other child, and it sets them off into their stress behaviors. The other angle we're going to look at is the teenager, and I'm going to tackle the blue teen that doesn't want to clean their room and keeps avoiding tidying up the room, and it actually wraps back to connections too. And I'll show you how that happens when we get down in the discipline do and the stress behavior part of this. So what we're going to cover is we're going to talk about the 5 tips. That's going to be the basic need of the blue, their stress behavior, their discipline do, and then I'll give you a tip for a 0 to 10-year-old age child and a tip for the teens. So here we go. Their need. Point number 1, their need. Both situations, it comes back to the blues' first word, which is connections. Blues are all about connections, but we need to say connections, relationships, all of that has to be genuine, sincere, and not rushed, faked, phony. They are just like radar dishes to that. So the connection has to be really genuine because it's their first word. With our preschooler, the one that's being spatulaed off mom or dad's legs, I want you to think about this. Those mornings when we have to pry your child from you, were you rushed? Was it frazzled at home? Chances are, yes. I understand real life. I have kids too. Our blue children, after years and years of being in a preschool room, I can tell the kind of morning you had based on how your blue child launches into the classroom. When they come bouncing in with their beautiful blue bubbly spirit and they're smiling and happy and ready to start doing Play-Doh, you guys have had a great morning at home. When you're peeling them off of your body, things have been rough that morning. And that's okay. That's life. We'll talk down in the discipline do part about how we can help that situation. With our teenagers, they are sitting in their room, not wanting to clean it, avoiding it, making excuses, whatever it is. It comes down to connections too. Hanging out in your room alone, doing work in there, tidying up, hanging up clothes, stuff like that, it isolates you from the rest of the family or your friends. Our blues really are driven by those connections, especially with people. So let's talk about their stress behaviors. Our little blue preschooler is clinging, crying, whining, escalating. You know, it started as a little bit of cling, like a, then it goes to a, no, don't leave, then a, ah! Okay, so they've got this escalation chain. Our blue teenager has an escalation chain too. At first, it's just avoidance of the room. Then it is making excuses, and then it turns into drama. I never do anything right for you. I have so much going on. You don't understand. I don't have time to clean my room. Okay, so if you're raising a blue, either preschooler or teenager or anywhere between, you've heard these before. All right, what do we need? What's their discipline do? Their discipline do is understanding. We need to be more understanding in the moment. With our preschooler, is that easy to do when you're running late to work? You've gotten pulled over on the way there. You just realized you left your purse at home. Whatever it is that's thrown your morning off. No, it's not easy to take a few minutes to understand that child. You really just want to shake them off and pour them into the preschool teacher's hand and walk away. Okay? Yeah, as a preschool teacher, it's what I want you to do. Please hand me your screaming child and leave. You're not making it better. Here's how you can make it better. You can get down on their level, eye to eye, be very genuine with them, take a deep breath, and tell yourself, I have 30 seconds to do this. And tell them eye to eye, I love you. I know you're sad. I know you're frustrated that I'm leaving right now, but here's the thing. I have a job to do, and that's go to work. And you have a job to do, and that's be a student. And right now, we're both going to do our jobs. I'm going to hand you to Miss Rebecca because this is a safe, good place, and you're going to be okay, and I'll see you later. I love you. Goodbye. Please walk away. I will take it from there as a teacher. But it's understanding. It's taking that 30 seconds to just calm down and understand that your little blue is freaking out because they sense all the frustrations of the morning and it's got them set off. Okay, let's look at our teenager. It's understanding again. They are feeling stressed about whatever. They're overwhelmed with school projects and everything going on in their life and work and friends. They need a little understanding. So here's what I suggest for you to do. Understand them. Take a few minutes, set aside time when they need to clean the room that you have time to lounge in their room with them and chit chat while they get the work done. Tell them it's going to be y'all's special time together. Time for you two to just communicate. You can sit and fold clothes while she hangs it up. Or if you got a blue fella, you're going to sit and help organize his backpack while he tells you about what's been going on and he tidies up his room. So take a little bit of time, have some understanding. From 0 to 10 years old, my tip would be they sense being rushed like no other color type child. They are truly a radar dish for this. If you're having a rough morning, go ahead and just slot in an extra few minutes of deep breaths and looking your blue in the eye and staying as calm as you can, because they pick up on everyone else's stress. No other first color type child does that, only the blues. So my tip is, if your blue seems like they have suddenly become Velcro, it's because they're sensing the stress of the house. Whatever happened that morning, and we all have mornings like that. Sometimes we have a string of mornings like that that lasts a year and a half. I get it. Just remember, with your blue child, you need to take a few deep breaths and give them a little extra time. With our teenagers, same thing. Understanding is what guides them. You need to remember as a parent that that blue child, just like the little one is sensing the stress, they are starting to sense the changes of their life. They're about to move out, or maybe their older sister or brother's about to move out, or they're going to start high school, or their friends are starting to all act crazy like friends do in high school, and they're all bailing on them, and they're about to be alone because everybody's decided to go drinking. Okay? Just take that time to remember that they are under heightened stress. Calm down and try to make a connection out of the thing you're trying to get them to do. Make it into a, let's sit together and do this. So those are my 5 tips for our blues. I hope this gave you some understanding about them, and I hope you come back to watch more of our 5x7s. Thanks. Have a great day.